Hey everyone, welcome back to the stream. Um, Happy Love Chorus Sadak Day. Um, I hope that you have been keeping it safe and keeping it good.
I'm
Oh,
already disconnected from chat.
oh, I'm so glad you are, Christina. Uh, I see that acquired a new follower over the weekend, and thank you so much for the follow. I hope that oh goodness, what was I gonna say?
I have no idea.
uh, Hang on, letting my brain just try and catch up with my mouth. I Goodness, words are hard right now. Actually,
I guess we should probably get past that part.
yeah, I so like our computer is kind of a fey entity
Let me try and get this out of your way.
because when we were setting up for stream tonight, um
I am disconnected from chat again.
audio was not audio for the game was not present and our mic was not present on OBS. All Ennead had to do was just open up the properties uh to the OBS menu and oh gosh, yeah. I'm sorry.
Stevie didn't have a choice.
Stevie didn't have a choice. Stevie is
Oh,
always my
right. We put
Valentine.
Chatty over here. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that way you're also not talking away from the mic.
Yeah. Um
Long boy.
and up here?
No, long boy.
Oh, okay.
Long boy.
That long?
Wrong long. Long boy. There we go.
Sorry, just messing with my chatty window.
I'm disconnected from chat again. What is going on?
Yes, 15-foot horse long.
Oh my god. Don't remind me. Fortunately, the maps in these new books have been a lot better.
Anyway,
It's not too late. It's 6:05, 6:06.
anyway, uh, I hope that you are all ready for some Hustle Cat. Magic cat shenanigans in the cat cafe. Some fuck shit's been happening from last time, and I wonder what's going to happen next. So, let's go ahead and get started. All right, it's this one. Yep.
This is so jammy.
Yeah, the intro music's pretty freaking good. Maybe I'm making it
Oh, we're all the way back here?
Oh no, this was where we stopped.
I could have sworn we got in a scene ahead.
I don't remember.
Because I thought we already got home and talked to Mochi again.
Uh-uh.
That's weird. Alright, go ahead.
Maybe I'm making a mountain out of a molehill here, but that was creepy.
Cool, chat's gone again.
I'm gonna stick to the back streets after all. I better go take care of Mochi before he jumps through the window and attacks me for food. I head upstairs, and the rest of the night is pretty quiet. No more weirdos on the street, just the four-legged weirdo that lives in my apartment. Don't be rude to Mochi. But it turns out, if I'd stuck around, I would have seen the man continue on his way.
Yo, what?
Huh. I would have seen him take the back alley all the way to the cafe.
Is this a game over?
I don't know. I would have seen him stare in the window of the cafe for a long time, then up to the third floor. I would have seen him leave a rusty handprint on the shutters of the building across the street.
A rusty one?
Graves pops in and out of the cafe like a stray cat over the next couple of weeks, never staying for long, but I still don't know what he's doing when he's gone. Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Same. I cannot stay in chat for some reason.
I'm sorry.
Also, this is too far forward because it's not picking me up. There. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. God. Who is that man? Whose man's is that?
Whose man's is that?
The days come and go, and we settle into a routine. Welcome on in, Zarhill. Everybody shows up and does their thing. I'm getting better at my job, and I'm getting better at some other stuff too.
We're kind of getting drowned out by the game.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So let's bring that down to 21.
Okay. How's this?
That's a lot better. And I'm a bit better, yeah.
Alright.
I'm glad I turned that way down before we started.
Yeah.
Because it was up, in comparison to where it is right now, it was up 13 points, and we just brought it down 3 more. Oh, goodbye, chat.
Hey, Mochi, check it out. Mochi opens one eye and thumps his tail once against the side of the couch. I'm almost totally sure he understands me now somehow. I'm so bad at cat noises.
I don't think that is a cat noise.
When I talk to him, it's not like I'm talking to a sentient pillow anymore. He actually acknowledges what I say in response. Absolutely, Mochi's face is incredible. It's not that weird to talk to your pets anyway, right? Are we still being drowned out, or...?
I think we're good.
Okay. I mean, it's not like he's literally talking back to me. That would be weird. I set 2 cola cans next to each other, then take a step back. Are you watching? You better be watching. Okay, here we go. Yeah. I concentrate and... the cola cans flutter apart into long ribbons, like potato peels, that collapse on each other from a jumbled mess of... and form a jumbled mess of aluminum. There we go. That's words. There's some soft crunching while the ball of soda can wobbles around a bit. Shapes begin to emerge from the ball of aluminum ribbons. Arms, legs, ears. Then, before you know it, ta-da! It's a cat!
It's a cat.
Look at Avery, they're so good. A soda can sculpture of a cat. It's you! Mochi makes a little huffing noise, then closes his eyes. I set the cat sculpture aside with all the others. What? You don't think it looks like you? You're the worst audience. I'm gonna show this to the guys at the cafe. They'll appreciate it. I think I feel comfortable enough with my, magic, I guess. I might as well call it, to bring it up to everybody. I can demonstrate it now, after all, so it's not like they have reason to not believe me. The real problem now is figuring out how the heck to bring it up. Just rip off the band-aid, Avery. That's the only way.
So I can do magic.
Yeah. I'm going to mull that one over a bit, but I suppose a day or two more of planning won't hurt. I should start getting ready for work. I had a couple of days off, but I've still been going in to hang out with everybody almost every day. That's a good one. Want to see a magic trick? What can I say? I really like everybody there. Some more than others. Okay, one especially more than others, but whatever.
Oh.
But again,
Oh.
I wonder who I've gotten closest to. In my mind, I think it's actually Finley.
It's probably Finley. Because that return flirt.
Yeah, I actually love Finley. She's amazing.
Finley is absolutely adorable.
I love Mason too.
Yeah.
They're all really freaking good in their
Best
own ways.
girls.
But again, first things first, we'll worry about the cat situation, then I'll worry about the cute coworker situation. I grab my keys, smush my face into Mochi's to say goodbye. He hates it. And then head on my way. Brr. I haven't seen any trace of that creepy guy since I saw him a while back, so...
See, they said a rusty handprint. Also, wait, this is way rustier than it was before.
Yeah, that's so strange.
He's the rust man. A rust devil, if you will.
I haven't seen any trace of that creepy guy since I saw him a while back, so I've started trying that other route and to and from work when I need a change of scenery. It's not a great change, to be honest. There's still a lot of rusty junk lining the road, and it feels like I see more every time I come down this way. It's him. It's so deliberately placed that there's no way it isn't on purpose. There's a stack of old car parts that almost look like a tower, if you look at it the right way. It's almost artful. Today, though, there's a different addition to the walkway. Graves? He's right there, very much human, standing over the rusty, decrepit bike. He's so lost in thought, I wonder if he even notices I'm here. Graves, what are you doing here? Graves? What's up? Oh, Avery. Just assessing the litter around the cafe. Yeah, it looks like someone's been using this walkway as a trash dump. So they have. Do you think it's one of the shop owners around here? I know the culprit. The true matter is to properly deal with its disposal. That's not our job. If you know who it is, make them do it. Regretfully, I do not believe we can stop him. Graves knows the Rust Man too.
Ex-boyfriend, yeah.
Ex-boyfriend?
I'm here for it.
He looks so serious. I mean, I can't blame him. This is an eyesore and it's probably hurting business. What a jerk. Who is it? Nobody you know. Don't worry about it. Well, I guess if he's not gonna stop, we should just start cleaning it up. I'll help carry some of it. I roll up my hoodie sleeves and reach out to grab the rusty bike hand. Graves' hand. Graves.
Did he stop you?
I think he did.
Or is there something on his hand?
His fingers coiled tightly around my
Oh.
wrist so quickly I didn't even see him move. Don't touch it.
Oh, look at Graves' face.
Yeah! He is serious.
This is fucking master defending student kind of shit.
Yeah.
If we assume it's magic, it's probably something that, yeah, probably. Because of all the rust stains that are on the wall, I'd assume this shit's contagious.
Maybe.
Since, it's magical rust. Not like rust is contagious. It just gives you tetanus.
Cats to cats, rust to rust.
Thank you.
His eyes hold an intense, stern glow as his stare bores into me. For just a moment, I feel that chill claw up my spine again. Gosh, I hope so. Okay. Sorry. Forgive me. It's too dangerous to do this without the correct procedure. You haven't learned enough yet.
Oh, it is a magic thing. Okay.
This is a lot more complicated than just picking up trash, huh? Please, don't worry about it. I can't help wondering if this is related to some other weird things I've seen around here, you know?
Just bring it up.
I'd rather you just focus on the cafe and leave this to me. Yeah, Avery, tell him about the strange man!
Well, Graves already knows, but it's just the magic progress. I would be sure that making a cat sculpture out of 2 aluminum cans is pretty frickin' good.
Please don't worry about it. You're so opaque. I seriously don't get you at all. I've been hearing that since before I could speak. What kind of baby
He was a cat
were you?
first. He was a cat first.
Maybe. I was gonna ask what kind of baby was he?
The me kind. Graves gifted witch.
I'm so used to it by now. I wish you'd just tell me straight up what's going on. Consider it a management problem. How is the job treating you? You do enjoy it here, yes? Well, maybe if I had a boss that told the truth, it'd be easier.
Wow, I feel that.
No need to be contentious. I'm doing the best I can. I truly am sorry for the mess, Avery. I'm not the one you should be apologizing to. Talk to the rest of the staff about that. What's going on here? Best case scenario, this will be dealt with soon, and we can all forget about it. And if the best case doesn't happen, then we'll have a new bridge to cross. Well, you'd best head in. Wouldn't want to be late after all. You gonna write me up or something if I am? I don't think I need to after Finley got through with you for making her open by herself. Uh-oh. Shoot, you're right. Well, later. Till then. There isn't much time until we open, so I hurry off to the cafe.
God, this soundtrack really slaps.
I wonder if there's a way to actually get it.
I wonder if it's on Spotify.
Avery! There you are! I was starting to get worried. There she is. I love you, Finley. You are so good.
There is a song called Hustle Cat by Grime Lab, but I don't see... Yeah, no.
Sorry.
It's not on Spoofy.
I got sidetracked on the way here. I ran into Graves. I guess talking to the boss counts as work.
Wow. So, wait. So they said that the store was going to open soon.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why they had to rush over there. So that means all the opening duties are already done.
Yeah.
Avery already missed helping Finley.
Yep. No, it doesn't. There you are, you little shit. You always have to wedge yourself into a conversation, don't ya? Grace couldn't keep a hold of a topic if it was stapled to his hand. We hurriedly get to work finishing pre-open setup. Though it doesn't really matter because it's a slow morning. The first person to come through the front door isn't even a customer. It's Graves. Fancy meeting you here. You want some coffee? Usual? Yeah. Huh, not right now, thank you. Please pay me no mind. I'll be in and out today. Maintenance work. Finally. The sink in the kitchen has been backing up something fierce lately.
Get magic enzyme.
Not that kind of maintenance, my friend. Security improvements. He blows through the building and disappears through the back door as quickly as he arrived. Reese watches him go and takes a few wavering steps towards the door before deciding against it. I guess even Reese can't outboss the boss. Security improvements, huh? What the heck is that supposed to mean?
More cats.
That was weird. Well, back to work, huh? Yeah. It's hard to focus on work when I can see Graves pacing back and forth in front of the big glass storefront. You're doing that in...
Pacing? Huh. Interesting.
Luckily...
He's putting up some sort of like spell kind of thing.
Maybe. Luckily, it's a slow day, so I can excuse myself every so often to peek in on him. I think I just saw him bury something under a loose tile. At one point, I dipped my head out to see what he's doing, and he's just standing there, staring at the wall, tracing a picture on it with his finger. I'm sure he's just doing it to look busy, but then I catch a glimpse of something, like light reflecting off of a piece of metal on the wall itself. It flashes for a moment, and then it's gone.
High technical.
Maybe I'm seeing things. Maybe he's doing something to the building. Something arcane, I guess. But even if he is, why? Yep, it's time to bury her.
Yep.
Anti-ex-boyfriend barrier.
He's casting Mage's Private Sanctum.
But even if he is, why? Why is he suddenly so concerned with security? Is he setting, like, a magic anti-theft alarm or something? Or is it something more sinister? I can't help
Yes, glyphs of destruction.
I can't help but think of his weird behavior this morning and his focus on the rust piles. Something must be coming. Something as serious as cat curse. If he's just gonna leave us in the dark, I've gotta do something. It's time I finally talked to someone about magic, the book, the curse, everything.
Yo! Wait. With Graves implying, before I could talk,
Uh-huh.
the whole, what if he's actually a cat? Right?
Yeah.
What if he's a cat? A magic cat that turned into a human. But in order to stay human, this has to happen.
I don't know.
And he can't do anything about it, so that's why he's trying to get Avery to learn magic, so that way they can possibly do something, so that way Graves can stay human, and then the curse is lifted.
I don't know. It's
Detective time.
It's really hard to say. Hey, Finley. Oh god, how is Finley gonna react to this? What's up, Avery? After work, can I talk to you about something? It's really important. It'll only take a minute. Sure. Why does she seem surprised by that?
It's a gay. Gay time.
Her cheeks look pink. I guess her surprise?
Oh, Graves is holding 15 kittens. How am I supposed to help baby if not thumbs?
I hope I didn't worry her. Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you. It's something I've been thinking about for a while, and...
Shut up, Avery!
Why don't you just tell me now, sweetie?
Finley! Oh, that was good.
She places her hand on my shoulder and gives it a squeeze. Oh, Finley, you don't know what Avery's going to say. This is gonna be really awkward. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. It's about the curse. It'll take a while to explain, but I think I figured some of it out. Oh, wow. Okay, sure.
Because Finley likes being a cat.
The
Just
curse.
like Hayes, Finley is one of the ones that likes being a cat.
Yeah, the curse, of course. Though I think Finley thought that Avery was
Yeah.
going to confess.
I'm pretty sure.
Oh.
Why didn't you tell me now, sweetie?
Yeah. Is that okay? Yeah. I'll clean up and then we can meet in the basement.
Ooh, the basement. Hot.
Thanks a lot.
Not flirt, no care. I was about to say, gotta change the year on that hashtag.
It still feels like 2020 to be fair.
2020 Denver stops.
I'm dying to tell Finley more about this right now, but it's better to wait. I don't want to be interrupted. It's important to me that she hears it first. With all the jelly donut stuff, I think she deserves to know what's going on. Besides, I kind of feel more comfortable talking to her than anybody else.
Yes.
I hope she doesn't get upset.
2020 extended cut.
I've never seen her lose her temper, but I don't think I could bear to have Finley mad at me. But she did just seem a bit disappointed just now. Must be my imagination.
She just wants to be an internet sensation cat.
Yeah, I'm imagining things. I better just get back to work. The rest of the day feels like a week, but we get there eventually. I noticed Finley sneaking peeks at me the whole time. Judging by the looks from everybody else, they noticed too. Ooh.
Reese is gonna come down here, gonna put her foot right up your ass.
Put his foot.
Fuck.
The creepy basement seems like the best place to do this without the others snooping. I mean...
At one time or another, I've literally forgotten everybody's pronouns in this entire game.
I mean, not that I don't want them to know sooner or later, but, you know.
Credit to the artist, I love them.
I still don't really like this place. It's chilly on top of everything else. Avery? You down here? My heart jumps. Oh, yeah. Then there she is, right in front of me. Standing really, really close. I'm just staring back into Finley's expectant gaze. This is a little daunting. Okay, so, okay, there's a way to say this without sounding weird, so... I've been studying magic. And listen, you can't get put off by that when you've accepted the curse as a basic thing. But I found a magic book down here, and I started reading it, and I've been learning a lot. But I found a magic book down here, and I started reading it, and I've been learning a lot. But I can show you. I can do... Finley, can you grab me a soda can? An empty one? Oh, yeah, sure. She slips back upstairs, and a few minutes pass. And then a few more. Catch! Clunk. She just yeeted a soda can.
Right in their head.
She just yeeted a soda can at me. Or whatever word you use to describe the sound of an empty soda can makes when it's thrown down a flight of stairs.
To be fair, Finley is subject to a cat curse, as Avery did point out.
You were supposed to catch it. You have to give me more of a reaction time. I don't think it would have made a difference.
Yeah.
Sorry, that took a while. I couldn't find an empty can, so I took one and chugged it.
Nice.
Nice. I brought you one too. She hands me a full can of cold cola. Oh, thanks. I can do it with one though.
That's not the point.
Yeah. Avery, you potato.
I love them so much. They're so good.
Alright, here we go. I focus my attention on the can, just like I practiced. I've never had a non-cat audience for my magic before. Maybe I should ask Finley to transform.
Okay.
The can wobbles. It pitches to the side and unpeels like an orange skin. Holy crap! Ah! I can't keep my focus. The can peel flops to the ground and scrapes the cement. Were you doing that? Yeah, but I messed up.
Holy crap! There we go.
Gotta try again. Okay. I'll be quiet this time. Are you sure about that, Finley?
I want her to scream again.
I unfocus my eyes again and get back to work. Spikes, petals, twirls come out of the aluminum. I lean down and pick up the soda can rosette I've made. Ta-da!
That face.
You're a wizard, Avery.
You're a wizard, Avery. Oh, that's so good, especially with that face. Oh my god.
I hand it to...
I wonder if this like goes with your current romance interest. I wonder how this would be if this was Mason.
Yeah.
Or if this was Hayes or Landry, literally anybody.
Yeah. I hand it to Finley. She considers it appreciatively, then clips the flower to her shirt. I think the correct term is witch. At least according to the book it is. Sounds like witches are everywhere if you look hard enough. It was definitely one who cursed you guys. If witches are real, Graves is doing a real bad job throwing people off his trail.
Yeah, I can see that.
She gestures to the standee looming behind her. A witch on a broomstick? Really, Graves? Does he think he's hiding in plain sight? So, do you really think he's the one that put the curse on us? I did at first, but now... I don't know. He could be a bystander. Either way, he isn't gonna help us, so we have to do it ourselves. So, are you gonna teach me how to do that? I'll do my best.
Magic tutoring.
But we shouldn't do it here. Graves might catch us. I don't want to risk it if he's actually the one behind this. Ooh, your place or mine?
Wait.
I
But then
have
Finley's gonna be a cat. Can she do magic as a cat?
I don't know.
I guess if Graves could.
I have the book at my place, so want to come over? Wow, you're so forward. What? No, that's not what I meant. Or is it?
Or is it?
I'm just teasing you, dumbo. Can we order dinner? Yeah, I know this is a great place. Pizza Lloyd's. Have you tried it? You and pizza. You're such a stereotypical nerd.
Thank you, Zoriel.
I'm not a nerd. Uh-huh. I'm not. Yep. Come on, let's go. She takes my hand and leads me upstairs. We hold hands until we've reached the property perimeter. Alright, don't look.
Yeah, because it's the transformation sequence. We don't have the budget for it, so you gotta look away.
I step forward, keeping my eyes facing ahead the whole while.
That's an animation joke, not a joke at the expense of the technical prowess of VNs. Because it still takes a lot of work just to make something like this.
Yeah.
Without animations or anything.
A moment later, a calico cat sits next to me. She looks up like she's expecting something. It'll be a lot faster if you carry me, you know.
Jelly donut. Got a jelly donut in my arms. Jelly donut! Also, yes, carry me, peasant. Thank you, Christina.
My legs are kind of stumpy.
Wait, is she a munchkin? Is she a calico munchkin?
I don't know. Oh,
She's
you're
probably
right.
just talking about it, like, comparison to normal.
I haven't actually, held any of the coworker cats.
You tried to hold Hayes.
Yeah,
Like
you
twice.
did. Like twice.
Poor Hayes.
It felt like a big invasion of privacy. Like, that's the kind of thing you only do after you get to know someone, right? Hey, she asked. God.
First date.
I scoop her up in my arms. It feels, well, it doesn't feel different than holding any other cat, to be honest. I feel like royalty right now. Onward, my foot soldier. Thank you, Finley. You
Good.
are so
Perfect.
wonderful.
How is Mochi gonna deal with new cat? Oh my god, that's a good point.
Yeah. Yes, Highness.
Especially since they haven't told her that they have a cat. Wait, no, they've mentioned that before, that Mochi exists.
Once we arrive, I set Finley in my favorite spot on the couch. Welcome to my humble abode. This is, well, okay, I'll be real. It isn't any messier than my place.
That's fair.
That's fair. Oh, thank goodness. I was worried about you judging me. Look, you could use some more exciting decor. The flowers feel, well, not you at all. It's my aunt's. I'm house sitting for her while she's abroad.
Actually, while she's a Mochi.
I don't... Are we still gonna...
I'm going with it.
That's sweet of her to let you crash. I hope she won't mind a cat. Nah, I came here with one. You should meet him. Mochi, we have a visitor. Mochi keeps low and slow, ears back and tail waving. Ooh, he doesn't like this at all, does he?
There we go.
He waddles his way over to the couch and saunters directly in her face. Hey, buddy. Mochi sniffs her nose, then jumps in what I assume is the cat version of surprise. He backs off, tail thumping wildly, and stares through tiny pupils. Ah! I think you can tell you're not a real cat. Yeah, real cats can tell. They get used to it pretty quickly. I'll sit between them in case Mochi tries something stupid.
Good.
If you want to take photos of me and Mochi, I'll put it on the blog tomorrow. What, really? Yeah, we'll make him famous. You ready to be a superstar, Mochi? Ready to have your name up in memes? You're never ready to be a meme, trust me. Come on, Mochi. You can get internet famous and I'll sell shirts with your face on them. Yeah, Avery's face when they're doing that.
It's so good.
I scoot off the couch and pull my phone out of my pocket. Finley leans closer to Mochi, who regards her with suspicion. Wow. Stay still and look at the camera, sweetheart. For me? Surprisingly, he does, though he isn't happy about it. I snap a couple of shots of Jelly Donut leaning on grumpy old Mochi. The internet will be all about these.
The birth of Grumpy Cat in this universe.
Great! Send them to me? I'll give you my number. Oh, sure. She's giving us her number.
Second digital base. The first is meat space speaking terms.
She recites her number. I save it to my phone, then send the pictures. You don't have it with you, right? I don't know where you'd keep it. It's at the cafe today, but sometimes I do.
What?
It just kind of disappears, like all my other stuff. I don't get messages until I turn back. It's magically back in my pocket with all my notifications.
Oh, it's that kind of thing. Okay, so it's not. Huh. So...
Yeah.
So why do they have to... Why would she have to go in private then in order to change? If all the stuff is... If she's still wearing all of her stuff during the transformation, it just kind of disappears.
I don't know. Maybe it's kind of like an American Werewolf in London situation where it's actually like incredibly terrifying.
That's fair. It doesn't take very long though. And the American Werewolf in London sequence is like 15 minutes long. That's a long ass sequence. Goodbye, budget.
Man, magic is weird. Speaking
Yeah,
of,
that is a possibility, Christina.
Speaking of, I think you've got some teaching to do. Oh, yeah. Let me order food and we can get started. Cats can eat pizza, right? I'm not a cat. I just play one on the internet.
But you're in a cat body,
It's the ideal.
so the digestive... But if she's physically a cat, shouldn't she... Doesn't she have the...
We don't know what they are.
That's fair. I'm gonna stop.
Yeah. Okay, one sec. I ordered pizza. We wait for it. Finley picks through my game collection. Oh, I love this one. I played it in high school. She nudges the jewel case off the TV stand. It clatters to the floor, face down. Oops, I forgot I don't have opposable thumbs. Yeah, that's one of my favorites. It came out my freshman year, and I've played it like once a year ever since. You should bring the system to the cafe sometime. We could have a tournament.
Oh, so it's like a fighting or a racing thing. Some sort of competitive game.
Yeah.
If it's a jewel case, it's either a fighter or a racer.
Is there even a TV there? Grace has one. We can sit up there. That sounds fun. Does anybody else at the cafe even play games? They're just foot soldiers, mere fodder before we clash in battle. Ruthless.
Let's see, replaying it once a year. That's probably a racing game.
Finley's the fucking gamer girlfriend. I love that.
Yeah.
We chat until pizza arrives. You're gonna love this. I set a plate. One of the nice floral ones for Finley. I grabbed mine directly from the box. Bon appetit. Oh, do you have any hot sauce? There might be some. I root around in the fridge. There's a whole bunch of probably expired stuff, but Tabasco's still good at least. Here we go. Great. Can you put some on the pizza for me? Opposable thumbs, you know. You got it. Tell me when to stop. I shake the bottle over the slice once, twice, then pause. That's enough, right? Does Finley drown her pizza in hot sauce?
Finley's a demon. I love her.
Yeah! Oh, come on. More than that. Okay. Shake, 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 shake.
Such a demon.
Wow. Still? Finley must have taste buds of steel. That's good, thanks. Watching a cat try to eat pizza is...
Oh, we've seen it plenty of times.
Well, it's not pretty. Love...
Lots of flicking of the face and just kind of like general wide mouth lip licking. Chop licking. There we go. That's what I wanted.
Yeah. Dogs trying to steal a whole pizza pie, though.
Yes. Succeeding. Once a dog tries, they succeed at that.
I can tell she's trying, but the way she lunges for bites, all hunched over the slice, not the most graceful thing I've ever seen. Oh my god, don't look. This is embarrassing. Sorry. I take my slice to the kitchen.
Slight pan.
Ugh, Mochi's eating in here. That's way worse.
Mid-chop limb. Yeah.
At least Finley understands the concept of manners. The way Mochi mashes his face in the kibble is just plain grotesque. I should make myself useful. I walk back to the living room and pick up the grimoire before I flop onto the couch. Okay, so I'll
Thanks,
go...
Christina.
Avery... You're gonna get pizza grease over the fucking grimoire.
Absolutely. He's a gamer. They're a gamer.
That's good. You're gonna get fucking pizza grease all over the...
Gamer time.
Oh, all over the grimoire. God.
Unless it's anime physics, in which case nothing ever gets anywhere.
It says there are basic things that every witch learns, usually stuff with borders and turf, blah blah. I haven't looked at that part much, but the real power of magic comes from a source that's unique to everybody.
Oh, with borders and turf.
Do you think that that's a competing witch?
So Graves' turf is the cafe. And when you leave Graves' turf, that's why you turn into a cat.
Yeah.
But for some reason, Avery is ignoring that rule. New way to... What's Cheems? Have you done that voice with us before?
So, we have to find what moves you to magic if we want to get started. What was yours? It's kind of hard to explain. I'm not really sure I understand it, but I can sort of feel it in my gut, you know? I had all this stuff flying around, so I started to play with it, and here we are. So you based your magic on trash. Finley!
That's literally what happened.
Well, when you put it like that... No, I think it's cute.
Oh, that's Cheems. Okay.
I think that's really resourceful.
I didn't know that had a name. That textile.
Oh.
Was in that meme. That's called Cheems. Oh, like Cheemsburger?
Cheemsburger.
Is that what it's short for?
Want me to show you how to do it?
Okay, yeah, gotcha.
No, that's okay, thanks. I'll think of my own. We sit for a while and read the book together. I show her how the cipher works, but it's still up to me to move it along the page. Opposable thumbs.
You don't need opposable thumbs to move a bookmark. We've seen Stevie do that plenty of times.
Yeah. There's basic stuff we can go over together. Things like protection spells, hexes, you know, witch stuff. Okay, let me try this one. It sounds basic. Finley places her paw on my arm. Her little nose scrunches up in concentration. Just seconds later, I feel a fizzy sensation in my sinuses. Ah! Soda bubbles? Ah! Ugh! That's the worst. Who would even come up with that? Finley did.
Finley, wait. Is Finley's focus soda?
Someone who's real bad at coming up with revenge plots?
Revenge? Ooh.
We trade stupid tricks back and forth, giggles growing with each one until we're both doubled over laughing. Mochi's huddled in his bed, paws over his ears and his eyes squished shut. Trying to ignore us.
Oh, I see you trying to ignore us.
I see you trying to ignore us. He testily thumps his tail as Finley and I read and joke late into the night. Lighten up, buddy. There's a paw on my shoulder, gently batting at me. I feel the little bean toes touch my face. I grumble, but the noise does nothing to deter the offender. No, Mochi. No. I roll over to face the back of the couch to shut out the insistent pawing. The couch? I slept on the couch? Oh, yikes. I'm still in my clothes from yesterday. That means... Avery, it's me. Oh, crap. Did I leave you stranded? I was sleeping right there, kiddo. You were out like a light. Oh. Did we sleep, like, spooning or something? Does it count like this? I wrestled Mochi for the arm of the sofa. That's a comfy spot. Oh. Anyway, can I use your computer? I want to check my comments. Sure. How are you gonna use it? Can you type like that? Watch me. I scoot the laptop toward her and hope I don't leave the tabs open or to something stupid. I guess not, because she doesn't react. You've got one of those new ones where the keys aren't raised up.
Oh, chiclets.
That makes it so much harder to type. She follows the trackpad and slowly but surely opens the browser. It looks like she's scratching at it. You do soften? Yeah, I prefer to do it from work for obvious reasons, but I check my comments from home sometimes too. Grace gave
Finley
me...
has a home? They have houses?
I guess that those are also safe zones where they can be people.
Well, but she just implied that she's a cat while she's at home.
Graves gave me one of those old chunky keyboards. Makes it easier to type, you know?
Yeah.
Does Graves, like, go to your house? Sometimes. He does for all of us. I gave him a key a while back so he can keep the place from falling apart. He stops by from time to time.
Okay, so... Well, like, sort of Christina, but, like, more so, like, he does the, like, he makes them look lived in. So that way people aren't just like, you know, I never see anybody living here, I just see this weird cat. Apparently their landlord is Kermit, but...
Is that what he does during the day? Probably. He doesn't swing by when I'm at home, at least. Maybe I should ask him to give you the key. I'd rather have you stop by. Of course, it would be more fun to have you over when we're both people. Whoa, I can feel my ears getting hot.
Just use Graves' apartment. Dab.
I must be red right now. The cat just made an innuendo at me.
Or, she's talking about gaming.
Her tail lazily flicks back and forth to go with that lazy smile. You're so cute, you big nerd. She goes back to checking her mail. I leave to get changed. When I come back, she's sitting stock still, intently studying something on the screen. The fur between her shoulders is raised.
Oh no.
Is everything okay? Huh? Yeah. Fine. It's fine. Is he upset? Something happened? Just a troll. Nothing to worry about. You get trolls? Anybody who's even mildly famous on the internet has to deal with idiots and creepers. You post cat videos. What's there to troll about? You don't know the half of it, you sweet child. Considering how many people like to wax poetic about how much they hate cats, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, also probably some, like, animal cruelty stuff about, like, teaching Jelly Donut how to do things, even though she's Jelly Donut.
Yeah. Here, let me share some.
Oh, here we go.
A lot of these are too mean to read, but let's see. Here's a heated debate about politics. Oh yeah, that happens too!
Yeah, it doesn't matter what video you're on, that'll happen.
Here's one about how ugly calicos are, but insists certain women are uglier. Fuck!
Wow.
3 out of 10, too real. All from a video where Jelly Donut bounces 3 donuts. Oh, here's one on my nail art tutorials. LOL, I hate that females try to
man's certain faces that try to look sexy, but it doesn't work at all.
God!
Hello? I'm sending the hounds. Yeah, you are. Thanks. Get them.
I don't even know what that's supposed to mean. Yikes. God. I love it when people try to be bigoted but then fuck up.
Yeah.
Because they can't type.
Yeah, it's honestly funny whenever that happens, but like...
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I don't let it get me down. Most of them aren't like that at all. They're usual. Her eyes narrow to paper cut slits. What? Nothing. That doesn't look like nothing. It's fine.
Finley,
Finley, tell me what is wrong.
Oh no. In the moment before she hits delete. Oh no.
She scrabbles furiously at the touchpad, but not fast enough to keep me from seeing. In the moment before she hits delete, I see... I'm coming to see you.
Oh. Is today Jelly Donut Day?
What was that? Who is that?
Oh, this dead silence is this good tension.
Does Finley have a stalker?
Definitely seem. Yo, what if it's the kid? The one that tried to balance a donut on her head on the first Jelly Donut Day that ever worked?
I don't know. I think that was just like someone,
Some rando.
some rando being dumb. I don't know. Some internet weirdo. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Easier said than done.
Way easier.
It's okay, Avery. Nobody ever does anything. They're just full of hot air. Sexist, racist, homophobic, transphobic, hot air. I don't really feel comforted by that.
I love you, Finley.
Let's talk about something else, okay? We're gonna be late for work if we just sit here and debate trolls. She's right. It is getting late. What a scandal. We walk together, me in your arms. I'm putting you down before we cross the threshold. Can't carry me as a human? You've got those scrawny little noodle arms, so I guess not. These are not noodle arms! Bet if you arm wrestle Mason, she'll rip your hand clean off.
Yeah, but that's Mason. That's
Yeah.
different.
Mason has muscles!
Yeah, Mason has muscles.
Avery's very wiry.
Visible muscles. Without flexing. That's a lot.
Okay, but is there anybody at the cafe she couldn't beat?
Ooh, maybe Landry?
Maybe.
Probably not. Or Reese.
Well, Landry maybe. Like,
Yeah, Landry's a big boy. Landry might be able to arm wrestle Mason, but I
I think
got
that
money that maybe Reese, because Reese is like,
Reese is short and angry.
yeah, Reese is short and therefore closer to hell.
Well, Landry maybe. Nah, I don't think he'd win.
Yeah, not Landry.
Let's get them to face off. We'll take bets. No, the real fight is between Mason and Reese.
Absolutely.
I like it. After some scrambling, we head out to the cafe together. It's a nice, crisp morning. We don't talk much on the way in case bystanders overhear, but it's comfortable silence. Jelly Donut isn't making an appearance today. It should be an uneventful shift. So, why is someone at the entrance waiting for us to open?
So maybe content warning? We don't know, but like maybe.
Do you notice that the zipper keychain, the zipper fob on their shirt, on their sweater, looks kind of like the logo, the sign for
little
Cat's
bit,
Paw.
maybe? Oh, it's really hard to see.
Huh. What the fuck are you doing here? He's skeeving me out. Is he the one I ran into the other night? The one that stared daggers through me?
No, I don't think it's that guy. Yeah, no, it's not.
No, he's too short.
This is definitely the stalker.
Who is he, and why does he make me feel so uncomfortable? I've still got that creepy comment on the mind. It must be coloring my perception. It's probably nothing.
Oh no.
Oh,
Bubby boy.
Stevie.
Yep, I'm gonna go check his food.
Stevie alert.
Let me bring this so I can stay updated.
Hey, let's go around the back. Good idea. We sneak around the corner, but not without being chased by a cold stare. I set Finley down once he's out of sight. She steps over the threshold. I get a bad vibe from that guy. Yes. I hope he isn't coming in. Yeah, I know what you mean. Some people just exude creep from their pores. He's dripping it all over the place. That's gross, but yes. We sneak in through the kitchen. Mason watches us with an expression I've never seen before. Well, on her at least. Awful late, Finley. Yeah, sorry. You stayed with Avery? That's a new face that I've seen that I haven't seen on Mason. Oh my goodness. How did you know? Not hard to tell. Don't tell anybody, okay?
Mason isn't allowed to have those kinds of eyes.
No.
There we go, that's normal. Oh, excuse me, sorry.
Why would I? That's my girl. Finley slaps Mason on the back and heads onto the floor. I nod to Mason awkwardly before I
Traipse.
Before I traipse after Finley. I have never seen that word before. I'm so sorry.
You've never seen it spelled? No, that's alright. Don't worry. Remember, in 9th grade for public reading, I had never read the word misled. I always thought it had an A. So I said misled. I also never read the word brassiere. But I knew it was French, so I said during public reading, Rossier. Oh, God.
Finley slaps Mason on the back and heads onto the floor. I nod to Mason awkwardly before I traipse after Finley. Mason nods back, and I swear she's holding back a grin or something. She's making the face again!
She's making a weird face. I'm not used to that. Man, I don't think I can do a Mason dating run if she's gonna make those kinds of faces. I want her to be as cold as fucking ice to me. I can't handle her being warm in any way, shape, or form outside of you eat here now. Always.
Oh, yeah, jalapenos.
Jalapenos. That's pretty good.
Hey. Yeah? You sure about going out there with that guy? What guy? The one hanging around outside. What if he's that internet weirdo? Let me take your shift. You can take it easy. Nice of you to offer, but I'll be fine. If I let some comment or get me down, I might as well give up. Yeah, that's fair. That's something that I know in my head, but I'm too much of a fucking emotional wreck.
Valid.
There's always gonna be creepers. Anyway, how do we even know he is? Maybe you're jumping to conclusions. I'd rather you be safe, honestly. Look, if things get weird, I'll go upstairs, okay?
That's a good
guess.
signal. That way it's something that's, like, innocuous. It's a
Yeah.
good signal.
Yeah. Don't worry so much. She presses her finger on my nose. Boop.
Gay.
Okay.
Bro, that's the kind of person. Yeah, no, legit. Uh-huh.
Come on, let's finish prep. I can't help but sneak anxious looks out the window. I don't see the creeper anymore, so maybe it was a coincidence? He might have been some dumb kid loitering. Maybe the commotion scared him off. When we open, a few people pile in, but he's not among them.
Hopefully he didn't go around the back way.
Yeah.
But Mason would be in the way at that point.
Finley doesn't seem to notice. I should calm down. I distract myself by playing with some of the cats for a while.
Sorry, Christina said, joke's on us, he's from the dog cafe.
It's good to see Ramona and Genta getting along. After about an hour or so. Ooh, ominous music.
Yeah, this is even worse than the Graves music.
So, after about...
This is the same as the Rust Dude music, actually. This is that music.
Yeah.
Super ominous.
After about an hour or so, just enough time for us to get into routine, I see him. The creeper, creeping about, creepy as possible, slinks in behind another customer. He sits at the table, near the window, hood drawn up, studying the menu like there's going to be a quiz. Hey, Finley. I bump into her on the way back from the kitchen. That guy's here. I'll take care of his table, so take a break, okay? You're such a peach, Avery. Thanks. She pauses, like she's considering something, but shrugs it off and escapes upstairs.
Oh, maybe she's gonna watch as a cat.
Yeah, no kidding. Better go see what this guy wants. Have you decided on your order? No. I'll give you a little more time. Yeah.
Yo, what's that fucking face?
I
Does he have
returned.
shark teeth?
I don't know. I return my attention to the customers that are actually here to eat something. I check on him a few more times. Each time he mumbles something about time. Why don't you just call me when you're ready? I'm waiting for someone. Oh, sorry. Are they coming here?
I do not like this music. This is anxiety-inducing.
It is.
They did a really good job on these tracks.
Oh, sorry.
This is literally just, like... It's just harmonious enough to actually still be music, but just discordant enough to just really bother you, you know?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Are they coming here? Sooner or later. Don't say those things! Okay. Maybe he's just nervous. Maybe he's meeting someone for a date. Maybe this is a misunderstanding. Judging by the music, probably not.
Unfortunately, Avery can't hear the music.
Guess I'll go tell Finley.
Just like Shreve.
I'm technically not leaving the floor unsupervised since Reese is down there. On cat detail, but down there. Regardless, he can keep an eye on things. Oh, there's Finley, sitting at her laptop with a cup of coffee, chatting with Hayes as he cleans the pastry counter. Hey, kiddo!
God, the music is still going on.
Hey, I think the coast is clear if you want to come back. Sure, thanks for keeping an eye out. You're my knight in shining armor.
Get ready to deck somebody, Avery.
Yeah. She heads downstairs, coffee and laptop momentarily abandoned.
Yeah, Christina.
The coast is definitely not clear, Finley and Avery. Finley told me you're looking out for her. That's really nice of you.
Yeah. I love you too, Hayes. Oh, sweet bean. Avery, who's your singing? I bet you Avery is actually a Gingy.
Yeah.
I bet you Avery is a Gingy boy. So that means that they're sharing their single brain cell with Reese right now. Or
yeah.
Mason. Mason has monopoly on the brain cell at all times.
Avery is kind of a thembo.
Totally thembo.
That's what I do.
As an brain cell, yeah.
I'm a real toughie. I'll save you from weirdos if you ever need it. Do you think I'd get weirdos?
Oh, don't scare Hayes like that. No, baby.
I guess I did more harm than good planting the notion in his head.
Oh, no. Oh, my baby.
Oh, no, it was just a hypothetical. I'm sure you're fine. Okay. No, I mean it.
Oh, this is just distracting. Hayes, go cuddle a cat. Yeah, if only Hayes was on cat detail and not race.
Yeah. You're too nice for that. And Finley isn't? No, that's... You know what I mean. Sorry.
Oh,
No, don't apologize. Oh, Hayes! God!
Oh, no.
Someone's voice rises to an indignant shriek. It's
There it
coming
is.
from downstairs. There it is. You think you're hot stuff, huh?
This is fight music. Wait, are we gonna actually have a combat sequence?
I don't know.
Is there a minigame in this game? Yo, what is this? This is jammy.
Think you can manipulate men? Oh crap.
Deck
What?
him. Punch him.
Did I stutter? I'm telling you to get your ugly face off Neko. We know where you work, and if you keep using some cat to get famous, there's going to be problems. What is your problem? I thundered down the stairs. A few cats hear the noise and dive into their hiding places. Everybody's staring. Finley's trapped between this guy and a wall. Is he reading off a cue card? What's going on? Is there a problem? Avery, This isn't your problem.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
bucko. Yeah, it is, Avery. Yeah.
I believe it is. Avery, it's okay. I don't have to, but I'm gonna. Look, dude, if you don't leave, you're gonna have problems. Oh, so now you're threatening me? You wanna fight right here in the middle of this cafe? Is this what guys like me have to deal with? Did this guy just make a parasocial relationship with Finley and Jelly Donut and then got mad when she didn't pay attention to him?
Either that or it's one of those "this is our space, get out" types.
Yeah.
I'm out the chair, time to beat a man. Yeah, no, exactly. I hope Mason comes over here like a truck. This is like full-on incel speak right here.
Yeah. This is what guys like me have to deal with? I show up to express my concern and she sticks her white knight on me. This is what women are really like?
Bruh, you're delusional. Get help.
I don't want to hear from you. You started this. I started what? You're the one manipulating guys to get what you want, and I'm gonna stop it. His voice raises with every retort. The longer we talk back, the more he digs in his heels.
Timber.
I have a feeling this will only get worse. You're going to have to
We might have to save. I just had a feeling. I lift pounds of flour daily. I'll break you. Yes.
Yes. You're going to have to leave. Because I have an opinion? You can't censor me like that.
Yeah, we can, actually.
Ugh, what should I do? Maybe I can intimidate him. I stare him dead in the eyes and roll up my sleeves. What, I have a nerve? The second you hear stuff you don't like, you get violent? Typical.
God.
If you keep threatening me, maybe I'll hit more than nerves. Is this gonna be a fight? Finley's clenching fists hard enough that her fingers are turning pale. She's gonna deck this guy. Leave Avery out of this. Get out of here. I've never heard her so angry. Her voice is low, like an angry cat growling. Wait until I write about how you threatened me. I'll make sure everyone sees it. A hand settles on his shoulder. Its fingers splay out and slowly, deliberately dig in. Dude!
No, a hand settles on his shoulder. Whose hand?
Oh.
Is that Finley's?
Maybe it's Graves. I thought that...
Oh, what if it's Graves?
I thought it was...
Dude.
I thought it was the stalker trying to self-harm... to make it seem like, Finley did something to him.
Oh, that. Oh, that's fair.
Get
Mason!
out. Mason! Woo! Yeah!
Yes! Queen!
Get out.
That is a short version of Mason.
Oh, it's Mason. Thank goodness. Who the hell are you? Security. Get out. Or I make you. She gives him something I've never seen Mason give anyone. A smile. A twisted, crooked, malicious smile. Mason!
Ugh!
Do it.
Yo!
Yo!
Yo, what's
Whoa!
this Ronin pose right here, dog? Dude!
Tell him about the hell beast at a cat's paw. Love to hear what they say. They can come see me do and tell me to my face. Got a special greeting for all of you.
Oh, Mason!
You're all horrible!
Ultra Instinct Mason here.
Yeah, no kidding. Then get out. I'm going. Get your hand off me. Mason nudges him, and he rushes out the door as if he's chased.
God, look at how angry Finley is, too. Finley looks like she's about to burst a nurse.
You two, kitchen. Finley is silent, biting her lip, eyes smoldering.
No, that's an accurate synopsis.
I nod and march into the back. Hayes, Reese, cover the floor. Right. Mason stands between us like a referee. Finley refuses to look from her phone. Her thumbs furiously fly across the screen as she types.
Yeah, typing about the attack, so that way she discredits the guy before he makes a post.
Yeah. So that really was him. Who knows? Could have been that guy. Could have been one of the other creeps who harassed me. Hell, maybe they'll all come out now. Is being internet famous really worth getting treated like this? Maybe you shouldn't make videos anymore.
Oh, Avery, don't say that.
Why shouldn't I? They don't have the right to judge me for what I do, so why should I stop? I'm just trying to help. I don't need help. I can handle myself, thank you very much. And what would you do if you were alone and that guy came up?
Oh, don't go confrontational.
Avery, please. You could have gotten hurt.
You did so good, and now you're fucking it.
I'm a grown-ass woman, Avery. I can handle myself and I don't need anyone telling me what I should do. This is ridiculous. You're being stubborn. You're being condescending.
Yeah.
Cut it out. Cool down. Finley, take a break upstairs. Yeah, fine. Avery, sit. Okay. Finley storms upstairs to Graves' apartment. I can hear the door slam from here. I sit on a stool in the kitchen and fiddle with my hands. Is Mason gonna lecture me? I don't need that.
What's gonna happen?
Mason doesn't say anything. She just goes back to work.
Oh?
This is almost worse than if she laid into me.
Self-reflection.
Is this a silent treatment? I should get back to work.
Nope.
No. Sit. Am I in timeout?
Pretty much.
She shoves a mug into my hands. It's tea. Just drink it.
Oh, it's the calm tea.
She scoops another mug off the table, then disappears upstairs. I draw in slow breaths of the tea's flowery scent, but it doesn't settle the anxiety lurching in my gut. Okay, Avery, breathe and drink your tea. Calm down. But the look on Finley's face, the look on the creepy jerk's face, they keep popping up. A lot happened in so little time. How many times did I screw up during that flurry of panic? Mason returns empty-handed. She goes back to work. The rhythmic sound of the knife hitting the cutting board is soothing.
Sorry, jacket transforming into apron.
Neither of us talk. When I start again, it's more myself than anything. I did the best I could. I just wanted to protect her. Is that your job? Oh, she answered. She and Finley are pretty close, so I guess it makes sense that she's getting involved. Well, no. Big difference between protecting and acting like a parent.
It's valid.
I don't get it. That's a start. I don't get that either.
Mason is actually legit dropping fucking wisdom right now.
Yeah. Look, just cool off, then go talk to her. Okay. Take this to table 7. She dumps a tray in my hands. Oh, so now I can go back to work? Break's over. Things have quieted down. Most of the customers who were here for the incident have left. But I still feel stairs crawling up my back.
Yeah, she's a monk.
Hayes and I cover the floor until Landry gets in. Hayes frequently, timidly glances toward me. The door, sometimes both. Yeah.
That's impressive, Hayes. Mason ordered the brain cells, yeah.
He pulls Landry aside and whispers something, telling him about the confrontation, no doubt. After that, I notice Landry keeping a sharp vigilance toward the door, too.
Good.
And then his vigilance starts to creep onto me. Something on your mind? Hey, Avery, have you seen Finley since this went down? I hope she's okay. No, I haven't. I know Mason went to check on her, but that's good. How are you? You okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Probably should have just punched the guy. I'm glad you didn't.
Yeah.
If he comes back, you leave him to me or Mason. Your job right now is talking to Finley. Do you want me to go see if she wants to? Nah, I'll just go up. Thanks, though. Of course. Remember, none of us will let anything happen to you or Finley. We're all family. Thanks. I head upstairs. Hey.
Oh, this is Graves' apartment. Oh my god, look at that castle cat tree.
Yeah, that's great.
Oh, that's so good.
Hey, Finley? No answer. I don't even see her. I approach her and... oh, there she is, huddled in a little ball, fast asleep. The sun is setting. The rays fall directly on the couch and right across Finley's sleeping face.
Human face, I assume?
I
Yeah,
reach
human
out.
face. Okay.
I reach out without thinking to brush her hair away from her face. I hope she hasn't been too upset. Before I can make contact, one eye stares back at me. Hey. Hey. You fell asleep? Yeah, had to rage nap it out.
Fair.
I'm really sorry I talked to you like that. I didn't mean for it to come out that way. I'm just really worried. No, I know you're trying to look out for me. I'm just sick of being told what to do about what I like.
Yeah, like that guy.
I understand. I would too. I didn't mean to do that. I just really... What happens if that guy comes back? Or another one? Maybe you're right. Maybe I should get out of the public eye if this is what I get for it. I mean, if you think that'd be safer. But maybe I'm too stubborn. When I was a kid, I wasn't really good at anything. My grades weren't great, I sucked at sports, I didn't have a lot of friends. I tried for theater, but I always got the ensemble parts. Not even the speaking role. I never even made it past auditions. I know it sounds silly, but this jelly donut thing was an opportunity. I threw it out there. It got really popular and it made me feel great. This is the first time I've found something that made me stand out. But I didn't think about... Not all attention is good attention, you know? Is this the kind of attention I'm going to get? No, I don't think so. Until now, everyone's been really happy to see Jelly Donut. And they're happy to see Finley. The other day, a customer asked me about your makeup videos. And even if it was... I know you're more than that. Yeah, the music is really freaking good.
It's so good.
If I gave up...
I genuinely wish... Oh, maybe it's available on the Steam library.
Maybe.
Because some, especially indie games, have been releasing a soundtrack. But if this is available, I'm gonna use the shit out of this track. This soundtrack in general. This is really cool.
Would they move on? If not me, would it be someone else? I don't like dealing with this, but I don't want to give them what they want either. I'd rather keep doing what I want to do. If that's what you want, you won't be alone. You've got Mason and Landry and me. You're right, I do. I feel her arm touch mine. I can also feel my face heat up. I'll be your bodyguard. I'll chase off anybody that tries to give you trouble. Oh, really? Oh, really? She gives a gentle, low, little laugh. Why does that make my heart skip? I'd get someone more intimidating for that.
Like Mason.
Oh, yeah, you're probably right. I had something different in mind for you.
Oh.
Who? Yeah?
Court Jester.
Yeah.
Yo!
She places her hand under my chin and tilts my head forward. I managed to get my senses together with just enough time to close my eyes before our lips touch. It's quick, but even after she pulls away, I can still feel the sensation. I feel my pulse rushing through my body. I lean forward and give her one more quick peck to return the favor.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Sorry. We're very loud.
Oh, yeah.
Did that help? Am I helping?
Here, hold on. Let's, fix these levels.
That's desktop audio.
I know. I'm gonna turn that one down, and I'm gonna turn this one down. There. Hopefully that'll be a little bit better.
She laughs and turns away, tucking her hair behind her ear. The tips of her ears are tinged pink, and it's unbelievably cute. She's just as flustered as I am, thank goodness. Yeah, it did. But I also have a favor to ask. I have an idea. Can I come over again tonight? Oh, yeah, sure, okay. Although, won't you be a cat? I need to study magic, dummy. I want to practice with the grimoire. Yeah, of course. This time, let's get a Hawaiian pizza. Avery, no.
Wait, is Finley gonna...
Can we please get something else?
Yeah, Finley's no on Hawaiian.
Oh, yeah, sure. Landry's really apologetic that he can't escort us. Mason is pretty worked up about it too. She even stays late to see us off. I carry Finley, Jelly Donut, home. We move a little faster in case that guy decided to stick around. It's a pity Graves isn't around. He could have walked with us. Yeah, I haven't seen him in a while. I hope he's okay. I'm sure he's fine. You think he's lost or something? I don't know. While I was in his apartment, it looked messier than usual. There's dust on the shelves. He never leaves dust. You think maybe he ran off? If he did, he would have taken Dracula. But she's still here, and she seems lonely. Yeah, he would have. I love that apparently he has a cat named Dracula.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I mean, she's being fed, but he usually spends more time at home. That's all. Yeah, I guess so. Finley nestles inside my zipped hoodie, both for privacy and for warmth. I look like I'm smuggling a pillow, but whatever. This is gonna sound real corny, but I can feel your heartbeat right now. It's kind of nice.
That's so gay.
Ah! That's gay. What was that even? That noise that just came out of my mouth.
It was a really good noise. I just got it a second time because I'm on playback.
She curls up and rests her head against my chest. Don't get fresh. Oh my god, I'm not, you weirdo. It's comforting. Where'd her tie from that one place? Turns out watching a cat eat the pad chemo isn't any more graceful than watching one eat pizza. I wonder what that is.
I'll grab it. You keep playing.
Is that too spicy? Not for me, it isn't. They never make it spicy enough.
Drunken noodles.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, you already know what that looks like.
Yeah.
Thank you, Christina.
Can I try? You like that kind of thing? Well, I don't know. I'm curious. Well, okay. I'll just try a noodle and... Excuse me? I'll just try a noodle and a delicious looking pepper. It's pretty good. It's... Holy crap! My mouth is on fire. I chug my water. It does nothing. There's gotta be something in the kitchen. Milk, soda, anything.
Definitely not soda.
Oh my god, is that too much for you? You baby. I feel like I tried to put out the campfire with my mouth. How can you even deal? Are all your taste buds dead? No, of course not. I've built a tolerance for the fine nuances of flavor. My body is too weak. No. I'm so grateful for my boring mild pad thai. Alright, let's get cracking. You have that book handy? Right here. Can I? She won't look me in the eye. Her tail twitches wildly. Oh no, is something wrong? Yeah? You okay? Yeah, can I sit on your lap while we read? Oh! Yeah, okay, sure. Easy for me to read that way, you know. Yeah. Sheepishly, Finley crawls into my lap. I can feel her back leaning against my stomach. It's, well, I could think of a way this would be nicer, to be honest. Mochi looks on in disdain, then disappears into his cat bed. Hey buddy, you never even try to sit on my lap. You can't get jealous now. Okay,
Fair.
Okay, you still have that page bookmarked where we left off, right? Sure do. So, we study together. It feels like no time has passed, so why are my eyelids drooping? I have no idea. I don't know if they get new coats.
Oh, that has not been touched on whatsoever.
And then I look at the clock. Holy crap. It's like 3 a.m. We gotta work tomorrow. It's cool if you want to sleep. I'll be up for just a bit longer. I have an idea.
I think it'd make sense if it was based off hair care.
Maybe. Oh yeah? It's hard to articulate. I just have like a gut feeling. And I don't want to tell you in case it doesn't work. Oh, the same thing happened to me. Ooh. Ooh. I've been staying up all night reading arcane tomes and weaving. Shit, let me start that over.
Yeah.
Ooh. Been staying up all night reading arcane tomes and weaving your dark magics. Oh, yeah. All part of the package. We'll move on to human sacrifices next. This yawn is too powerful to stop. Yeah, I'm crashing hard. I'll sleep in my room so you can stay up. Sounds good. Night, sweetie. Oh, you too. Night, cutie. Don't stay up too late, okay? You're so cute.
Oh, that's so gay.
That woke me up. She's called me sweetie before, but now it feels a little more personal, you know? I like it. I swaddle myself in blankets and try to calm back down. Yeah.
The shirt is really good. I kind of hope that the creators have like a Redbubble or something.
I drift off quickly, lulled by a faint murmur of the living room. Lulled by a faint murmur from the living room. There we go. That's the actual sentence.
The living room.
Morning already. I have no idea what time I actually fell asleep, but it definitely wasn't early enough. I could carry Finley in the bags under my eyes. It's real tempting to hit snooze as many times as I can afford before I risk running late. About 4, but that's not fair to my guest. I should see how she's doing. Ah!
Yo, what?
Finley's not a kid!
What?
What happened?
What?
What? How is she not a cat right now? Finley, you're... I'm what? Wake up! You're not a cat! Hmm? She stares down at herself, and that seeps through the sleep in her brain. She shoots up off the couch and grabs my hands. I'm not a cat! I'm not a cat! You're not a cat!
This is a weird
None of us
conversation
are
for the
cats.
neighbors to hear.
None of us are cats! We jump up and down and shriek with joy. From his bed, Mochi gives us a cranky stare. Brr. Well, one of us is still a cat. But what did you do? How'd you do it? I don't know. I didn't even know it happened.
Oh, if you learn magic, you don't have to turn into a cat.
Oh.
Maybe because she stayed up and studied longer.
I spent a lot of time working with magic last night. I guess that's it. Oh, I figured out my magic and what I can do. What? Show me. It's kind of hard to show. Let's just say I know what to do if that guy comes back.
Ooh.
I hope he doesn't.
The soda. Oh, what if it's the soda?
What if it's the soda?
Oh, that would be so good. Just irritate the shit out of him.
But also, I want to see. I'll figure something out. But first, coffee. I got maybe an hour's sleep. Someone's gone. You got it. Let's stop for breakfast before work. My treat. Ooh, so generous. Have you been to the corner store around here? They make really amazing donuts. They're almost better than Mason's. I've only been able to shop on the internet lately. For obvious reasons. Oh, this is exciting. I can go to real stores again. I can wear all my new outfits and other people will actually see them. You're right. I want to take you shopping with me. We'll look so cute together. Oh, yeah. As we walk to breakfast, Finley tells me about the type of... Oops, I just knocked over a flashlight. Finley tells me about the types of clothes she recommends for me. I'm not too good at fashion, but I think if it's with Finley, it could be a lot of fun. We pick up a box of donuts and eat them as we walk. Finley, come here for a second. Hmm? You got a little bit of donut glaze on the side of your mouth. Hmm? Why don't you help me? I don't get it. Avery! She wants you to take it off her for her. She slips her hands around my shoulders. Oh, now I do.
There we go.
Well, if you insist. I lean in. Wow. I'm not surprised you're fraternizing with your little white knight.
I'll kill you. It's time for soda in your nose.
You again. I wouldn't be surprised if you pay all your followers with a little sugar. Jesus, dude, what's your fucking problem?
Well, you know, he's an incel.
Finley and I drop our hands. I whip my head to the side. Yep, it's him. That's not a simp.
Yeah, this is a straight up incel, Zoriel.
Your security isn't here to help you this time. Did you ambush us? There's nobody around to interrupt, so we can talk nice and clearly now. Not with those eyes, you weren't.
Yeah, there we go. Bring in the heat.
I've never been in a fight before. Not a real one, at least. I don't count the time in 4th grade I gave a kid a nosebleed by whacking him with my jacket zipper. I guess it's as good a time as any to start. Take one step closer, you scumlord, and I'm gonna... Avery. She puts her hand on my shoulder and takes a step forward. She wipes the icing from her mouth with her thumb and then cracks her knuckles. I've got this.
Oh, Demon Finley.
Demon Finley, go! Let's
Demon
go!
Finley, go!
Oh, she's gonna do the thing. Normally, I wouldn't hurt a girl, but liars like you... Nope! She puts her hands in the air in a peculiar gesture. I feel power? Something around her. Hashtag blocked. Finley!
That's so good! It's the power of... Wait, but what's this gonna do? This isn't Soda Nose. What is this?
God! A gust of wind catches us from behind, smacking full force into the stalker. He stops. His arms fall to his sides. He's frozen in place. His shoulders twitch, but he can't seem to move any more than that.
Did she just cast Hold Person?
Maybe. Hashtag reported.
Yo, what? There's another level?
There's another level. Oh my...
Finley learned offensive magic before Avery?
Fucking
Holy
God.
cow.
Wow.
Oh, she's a nerd.
A ripple of wind catches around us. For a moment, there's silence. But then there are sirens.
Yo, she literally called the cops!
The siren gets closer, rounds the corner, it gets closer, closer, and I see this squad car stop right at the edge of the alley. A police officer walks towards us. We've received reports of trouble. Are you alright? This man has been harassing us.
She just called 911 on a microwave. Yes. Oh, God.
This man's been harassing us. Please take him away. That true, buddy? The officer claps her hand firmly on the man's shoulder. I'm going to have to take you to the station. Come with me. Dumbly he nods. The cop steers him toward the squad car. Then they're gone, suddenly as they appeared.
Holy shit.
What?
Finley, that was amazing.
What just happened?
Finley cast Hold Person and then summon Cop.
Did Finley do all of that? She stands rigid, staring in the direction of the car that is no longer there. Finley! She turns to me with a wild look in her eyes. They're almost glowing. That, my dear, is how I handle creeps.
Yo!
Finley!
Yo, that frickin' face!
You did that? All that? Holy crap, all I can do is spend soda cans. I was really scared it wouldn't work, but it did. It worked, and we're safe. How did you come up with that? I don't know. I was just thinking over and over, like, I wish things like blocking and reporting actually worked in real life. And it was like a light went off. So this is magic. I can do magic.
This is so
I'm a
cool.
wizard, Avery.
She really likes referencing that.
You already used that line. I don't care. I love it. We should be careful. I mean, when has this ever happened? Internet creeps don't just get magicked away by cops. But what if it happened a lot more often?
That's fair, Finley.
What? Nothing, you sweet child. Don't worry about it. And give me some sugar. You want another donut? No, you dumbo.
so cute.
That's so good.
End of chapter 1?
End of chapter 1?
Oh, wow, that was a full loading screen. Okay, well, I think this is a good place to stop, potentially.
Potentially. Maybe.
Because we got a couple minutes left, and that was pretty satisfying, I think.
Yeah, although I can't help but wonder if this is actually the end of the route.
But we didn't solve anything about the cat curse.
Maybe with anyone except for Graves, that doesn't...
Is Graves an option? Is that a route option?
Possibly.
That's weird to think about, because he's, like, so much older.
I mean, yeah, but we're all adults.
So did they channel the magic? Well, yeah, but that only happened with Finley, though. Like, we've kind of uncovered that if someone learns magic, then they are not cursed to be a cat. You're only cursed to be a cat if you can't do magic. For some reason, Graves chose Avery to be the first one to find that out. Like, there's a lot of holes still in the plot. This feels like it's not done yet.
Maybe. Alright.
Like, let's go ahead and save and we'll go a little farther ahead.
Yeah.
Because there was a full loading screen. I think we loaded chapter 2.
I'm walking on the sun, with the stars on my shoulders and the wind in my hair, or some other complicated metaphor. I don't know, I've been so happy lately. It's great. I mean, work's still work and mochi's still mochi, but I got a real cute crush I can spend my time with, and I'm starting to get the bottom of this magical curse thing.
Yeah, okay, yeah. We still got more to go.
Oh. Pick, say nothing. What? How's that any different than don't say anything? These choices are so obtuse. This whole game is obtuse. No, you don't get it. There's nuance here. Aki is choosing between action and inaction, and I just want to see them smooch.
Oh,
They're playing,
showing the game.
They're playing a VN.
Yeah.
I know. I told you. I'm basically an expert on this route. This leads to the best kissing scene. But you gotta get that build, that slow burn. And this is the slowest burn. I live for that stuff.
Okay.
But we didn't have a slow burn. We didn't have a slow burn. It was a little slow because you're so dense. Ooh.
Oh god, I love it.
Hey! As promised, Finley did bring in Blast Zone, and we're huddled around her laptop playing. I didn't think I'd like a romantic game about boys fighting, but this is really compelling. We've been playing bits and pieces on breaks after work. Everyone else stays away because Finley's tried this shtick on them before. They're lost, honestly. There's a lot of good romantic angst in this game.
This sounds like how I ended up being shown off.
Yeah.
Getting it snuck between breaks and stuff.
I settled into one of the beanbags, and Finley's head is in my lap. That's also part of our new evening routine. It's late. Everyone else went home. I'd suggest we go back to one of our apartments to play, but there's no way Finley's gonna interrupt this scene. So when we beat this, should we do one of the other routes? No! Kada or bust! Wow, strong opinions. You don't understand. The story falls apart in all the other routes. It's terrible. It's a trash game. And you said you liked this game.
Yep.
It's complicated.
Yep. That's a mood.
That's how VNs are.
That's a mood.
I get it. If I wasn't playing this, I'd be playing some other trash game. What should I be doing? What I should be doing is figuring out how to break the curse for everyone else. It's tricky. I don't know how to introduce them all to magic. Finley offered to make a video, but that sounds like too much work. We should just get them all together to work after work someday and do it. It's been hard to get everyone in the same place lately. And then there's Graves. Where is he? You gotta pick before it times out. Right. I picked the suggested choice and we continue with the scene in the game. You kissed them, Avery. Yeah. It's been graciously quiet since that thing with the internet rando. Graves did say something about security improvements a while back. Maybe he did something to keep people out? Like a ward? Did he accidentally ward himself out too? Ooh, this is the good part. Stop zoning out. She slaps my shoulder and that train of thought dissipates. Sorry, I was thinking about some work stuff, and that it's getting kind of late. Aw, man. Okay, let's save and do this tomorrow then, okay? Kata's confession requires your full attention.
Kata, bust!
I await with bated breath. But come on, let's go. You can't stay here all night either. Alright. It's way later than when I usually leave. Usually there's sunset still peeking through the city skyline, but tonight the moon's already high. Back home, the crickets would be chirping full force right now. They get super noisy this time of year. Car noises echoed from the main roads are close enough. Finley's apartment is in the same direction as mine, so we walk hand in hand to the halfway point. So there's a sequel to Blast Zone, but it's garbage, you know? They added new characters and totally played down Kata's backstory. Wait till we beat it, then I'll tell you. She's been talking about the game the whole way back. I'm glad I could share it with her, but wow, there's a lot of backstory to remember. And later, we should talk videos. I want to introduce you to my vlogs.
Oh, in my vlogs?
In my vlogs. I think we could start doing cute little bits about where we go on dates in the city and stuff. That sounds so fun. But, are you sure? Like, about me? I don't have a lot of, like, on-screen charisma or anything. Oh, I think you have plenty of charisma. You saying I have bad taste? What? No, that's not what I... She gives my hand a squeeze. What was I just saying? I'm just teasing. I lace my fingers between hers and pull her closer. Sadly, we're already at the crossroads where we have to part ways. I'd come over, but I've got some editing to do, so... See you tomorrow? You know where to find me. Of course. Then, the thrilling conclusion of our game. She gives me a quick kiss, then bounds off down the road to her apartment. Bye, sweetie. Bye. Well, I better start picking out some vlog-worthy outfits, huh? I'm sure Finley will go shopping with me. I think about it the rest of the way home. As I round the corner, I feel a tense, creeping stiffness crawl up my back. My steps slow, my legs are suddenly heavy. This is familiar, like the feeling I got the other day before I ran into that dude who kept staring at me. It's like someone's breathing down my neck or looming behind me.
You asked for it, Christina.
Reading over my shoulder. Is someone following me? I whip around. Just a street. I walked faster. I feel it growing with every step toward my apartment. Dried hollow is a burrow in my stomach. Why do I feel so anxious? I'm just going home. I don't even have far to go. Am I getting sick? Oh. Oh no. It's him.
Yo. He didn't look like that before. That's dangerous.
That is.
Are we on another witch's turf right now?
I don't know. next time on Hustle
The
Kit.
Living Monarch.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I know that we did go a little bit longer than usual, but I did want to see how much more this continued, and I guess
to
there's
make
still
sure there's more game.
yeah, I guess there's still more for this route.
Yeah, if this is like typical VN length, then it should be chapter 1, 2, 3. That's pretty typical for story setup.
Yeah, we've been stopping on some pretty tense cliffhangers, huh? We hope that you will join us tomorrow for the end of chapter 1 of Neverwinter Nights.
Yeah, and hopefully next week we won't get the shit beaten out of us by knockoff Enya.
Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, and we will see you tomorrow.
That was out of fear. All right. Good night.
Good night, everyone. Hope to see you tomorrow.